Hello Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be your reading for the week of the 2nd going to the 8th of August. And I can't believe it's August already. Every time I do this in the beginning of the month, it just freaks me out. It's August, right? It's coming up to my birthday soon in September. Anywho, let's go into your reading. So I do have some channeled messages for the water signs, and for the signs I've done already, it does feel like a good week, but I'm not going to speak too soon. I'm going to see what cards come out for you after the channeled messages. But this week is definitely a time to finish what we started, okay? There's a little bit of frustration in terms of an old chapter that you've been trying to close out for a while here, Cancer. And you're getting ready for this new. And obviously, when the new gets exciting and the old gets boring, we don't want to waste any more time where we have been. However, Spirit is saying just a little bit longer. We need to stay in this old energy just a little bit longer so that when we do move into the new energy, we are a lot more stable, a lot more grounded, and we know what we need to know. And there is almost some hidden treasures in this old thing. Don't miss out on it, okay? It is going to be frustrating. The scenarios I'm getting, what was I explaining before? It's almost as though, you know, when you're like, moving jobs or moving even like to a different location, it feels as though you're so excited for this new thing that this old thing, you just want to leave it now. Like you just want to go, you just don't want to turn up anymore. It's one of those things. It's saying just finish what you started here, okay? Whether it's for financial reasons, whether it is for, again, stability reasons. They were saying, don't let that anger and frustration get the best of you, okay? Because that's what those energies are. Finding clarity, balancing yourself and your emotions and not being emotionally attached to this whole situation is what's going to be the thing that helps you go into this new chapter on very stable footing. Because I feel like for some reason, whether it's energetically or literally, they are attached some way in some ways. Like maybe, for example, it matters if you know, I don't know, if you leave your job just like that, and they need to give a reference to the new job. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. Either way, no matter what the example is in your life, don't let your anger and frustration get the best of you, okay? Balance yourself, ground yourself, use this time for meditation, whatever makes you emotionally balanced, dear Cancer. That's going to help you to move into the next chapter happy, okay? And not frustrated and burnt out, okay? It's really important. You are closer than you think to ending this cycle. Don't worry, it's not going to be any longer. I feel like we're right at the end of this chapter, ready to move into the new thing, okay? Clarity is coming. I feel like if there has been some confusion lately, I do see that the answers are coming your way, which is amazing. And there is that ending to that old cycle as well. I do also feel like whatever we have been worried about, an idea, an answer is going to come our way in terms of a physical manifestation, whether it's a person, whether it is an opportunity, whether it is a new job, whatever it is. I feel like it's not just an energy, it's an actual opportunity, an idea coming your way that you can materialize and can actually bring to life in a very spectacular way. It feels amazing. Don't rush yourself, and also trust in divine timing. It might even be last minute that something comes in, but it's still on time. Do you see what I mean? Spirit sees that as still on time. It's just in time. And have trust in that, okay? This new beginning is going to be calling you to come outside your comfort zone. This is great for any creative endeavors, any business opportunities, any new businesses, any ideas, whatever it is here, Cancer. It is calling for you to step outside your comfort zone. Could even be travel, if you are able to, wherever you are in the world. Whatever it is bigger than what you've ever done before. It's something that you've never done before for some of you, but I just see it as a really good thing, and it's going to make you become a different person, really, because of what it is, right? Because of what it is. Anyways, this new beginning also might surprise you here, guys, because we did have the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles come through, which, with the energies that I was working with at the time, meant that for some of you it's a sudden windfall. For others of you, this opportunity may not look like much to begin with. It's just exciting because it's new, but it might actually lead you towards that fame, success, or whatever it is that you're wanting, okay? So anyways, let's see what's going on for Cancer. Straight away, the Two of Pentacles has come up. Now, this is a card of multitasking. Again, as I said before, it's about having that one foot in, that one foot out, and having to juggle certain things, you know, having to make a decision. Again, with the Fool, not the Fool card, it's not the Fool, oh my goodness. With this card, pay attention to your emotions here, especially because you are a water sign. What we can't see is that ships are coming in for us, which means results, rewards, amazing things. But sometimes we're so busy doing what we're doing that we forget. And now, because as a consequence of that, these ships are now struggling to come in because your emotions are too high. You're up and down with how we're feeling and how we're thinking. And at one minute, we're wanting these new things. The next minute, we're like, I don't want it anymore. I want something different. Or I just don't want it. You know, just be careful of your emotions, because the universe is listening. Not to scare you at all. You're fully allowed to go through anger and frustration, and but just make sure that we're controlling it as much as we can, okay? Whether that's through writing, scripting, whether it is also just through grounding yourself. I think it's super important to make sure that we aren't, you know, that our emotions aren't causing us to leave things suddenly, and they aren't causing us to burn out either, okay? But either way, you are going to be very busy within this week, and you are going to be juggling a few things, okay? Let's see what else is coming up for Cancer for the week. We have Judgment and a 10 of Wands. So yeah, be very mindful of burnout. I do actually see though that we are completing this thing. This old chapter is really coming to an end here. Now, I do see whatever this old chapter is with the 10 of Wands, it is really taking its toll on us. Maybe health-wise, mental health-wise, or just physically, we're becoming very drained from it. But I see that this is a time to let it go now within this week, which is good. And I think maybe this is a decision we've been asking. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the fact that you were supposed to let this go. Because with the 10 of Wands, this is about carrying way too many things than what you could carry. And it became too overwhelming for you. And the Judgment card comes in and says, this is a really good time to let it go. With the Judgment card coming through. Oh my God, okay, wait, too many messages coming through. The Judgment card is an amazing card though, because it's bringing clarity to a situation that can become very confusing. What is the outcome? Cancer is saying. Spirit is saying you'll find out when you let this go. You aren't going to find out what the next step is all the time, or how it's going to be, or how successful it's going to be, until you put your time and energy into it. And that's the price, not the price, that's the risk we have to take sometimes in certain things. But it doesn't mean all is bad. In fact, there's some few very good cups in here, and you might even become very lucky. And for a lot of you, I do feel like you will, if you keep your hopes high and manifest some really good things. Some of you could be traveling to England, by the way, or you might be living in England. Wow, it's the flag. Yeah, this is calling for you to kind of weigh up the pros and cons of a situation and to understand it's time to let it go. Now, for others of you, the messages that I was getting, I'm getting the name Harry for some reason. The messages that I was getting here for this could even be energetic ties, you know, tied to someone, tied to something in your life energetically that you are unwilling to let go of just yet because of something. Whether it's a spiritual connection, whether it's an energy that you just feel like it's not the right time yet, you do. And you have to understand that sometimes in order to save your own emotions, it's better to let it go, because something with the 10 of Wands is becoming too much. There's actually so this is going to be different for a lot of you, in terms of some of you are going to have to let this go before you reach the ending. But either way, that's still your ending. It's still a 10, right? And for others of you, it's about it's like delivering something. It's like you have to just let this. How can I explain this? Maybe it's about you working for someone else. You want to start your own business, and you're at this like period of time where you can't exactly start your business yet or whatever, because you have to finish what that last chapter was. I'm seeing you giving something to someone and just dumping it and going, I'm done. I'm seeing that, and now you've done with what this is. You've done what you needed to do. Now the karmic ties are cut, Cancer. Now you're able to move forward. One thing I will say is don't get yourself all caught up in decision making, too much decision making within this week, because I do feel like our emotions are in need for some TLC, Cancer. I feel like they're in some need of TLC. The great thing about this is whatever has really drained you energetically, and especially in terms of motivation and in terms of well, it's really bringing up to me the sacral chakra, which is all about your feelings, right? It's all about even sexual energy. Something's really draining you here. You might not feel as sexual, maybe even a loss of appetite here. I'm getting really low chakra energy that is becoming really deficient. Which is meaning something has been taking away from you too much, okay? And this is a really good time to balance yourself back out again. Chakra healing could be very important for you, especially on those lower bases here. But anyways, let's see what else is coming up for Cancer for the week. We have the Eight of Cups, definitely leaving something behind here. Because again, it's no longer serving you, and it's about understanding that that's the choice that we have to make. And for a lot of you guys, you are a lot stronger than you think. I'm getting they're showing me penguins, but you know when penguins give each other a rock, some of you might be like dating or like being pursued, or you might be pursuing someone this week. I feel like someone's giving you that rock. Isn't that a proposal though? I don't know about penguins, but they're showing me the penguin and a rock here. I don't know what they mean by this. I mean, it could be engagement for some of you. It might not be engagement with the Two of Swords. Okay, it might not be engagement. But some of you, it could definitely be an offer, right? Because that's what the rock is. I'm seeing otters as well here. Do they have rocks too? When we have the Two of Swords and the Eight of Cups, going back to the messages here, Cancer, this is really a big sign of you letting something go. It's for the better though. It is a very big decision to make in life, and it is one that will put you in a position of vulnerability, yes, but it's more so the case of into the unknown, right? Cue frozen music right now. But the Eight of Cups says that this is no longer serving you, and this is a hard decision to make, but it's one that you need to do, especially with the swords coming through here in terms of cutting this. Now you have all the elements coming up. You have one of each element: sword, cups, wands, and pentacles, and you also have the Judgment lying in between all of these. So clarity is coming in, and it's very clear that we need to leave something behind. Now the great thing about it is when we understand that that is an outcome and what we need to do, the angels are blowing their trumpets here and saying you passed the test. This is what you needed to do, is to put yourself first emotionally, okay, and to maybe even do things for yourself here. But it definitely is about leaving things and people behind. If this is not a physical thing in work or home, it definitely is to do with people around you. And I feel like I need to sneeze. Bless me, I'm sorry. Let's see what else is going on for Cancer for the week. Nine of Wands. So yeah, this is about coming outside your comfort zone a little bit, having to defend yourself, you know. This is the next chapter, as I'm saying that, yes, especially in terms of relationships, moving home, maybe even working on the home a little bit more, spending. I see a lot of investment for some of you guys, and it could even be in your own business. The great thing about it is with the Three of Pentacles, it is just a plan. It's just a foundation for now, but it will start to manifest for you the more that you're working on it, okay? But the structure is there. This is the only Pentacles card that doesn't actually have pentacles in it. It's just got the outline of it, ready to be filled, ready to be, you know, inserted there. So this plan will go in your favor. And because it's coming up with the World card here together, whatever this is, you might get a lot of mixed opinions on this, Cancer, but I want you to trust your intuition, because the World card says this is a bright, brand new beginning for you. And in fact, you are on the right track. This was divinely meant to happen, because Judgment and then the World card, these come after each other here. So this is very important for you to understand that once you claim and once you finish something and understand the lessons behind it and move away from it, because there is a situation that you've learned a lot from, whether it's a relationship again or a situation, you've learned a lot from this. And a lot of it is about defending yourself. A lot of it is about coming outside your comfort zone. A lot of you have changed because of this connection or because of this thing in your life, because of this, I don't know what it is. It's different for everybody. But the Nine of Wands comes in and says, it's now time to give it up. It's now time to let it go. It's now time to, you know, just put all your barriers aside and just give it up. That's what it feels like. So that you can go into this brand new beginning, which will definitely be a lot more fortunate for you. Because what I'm seeing here, there is no room for growth where you are. And it's so interesting to see this with the Judgment and the Ten of Wands, because I don't think as much as you've learned a lot of lessons, there's not a lot that you can gain from the situation by staying. Especially because number one, it's draining for you, but two, I don't see anything fortunate coming in. It's just keeping you busy, back and forth, drained even. There's a lot of cards here that aren't really about results and rewards, whereas this is one step. Whatever this new thing that you're about to start, Cancer, whether it's a relationship or whatever it is, new home, I do see with this card that we are doing things up in the home here, that whatever this is more rewarding, because at least we're working towards something now. At least there is no limit to what we can achieve, because we are now in control of it, because it's now something that, we have an idea about. Okay, let's see one last card, please, for Cancer. The Hanged Man. Bear with is what happens when this card comes out. I do see most likely two males, more masculine energies, let's say, because as much as they are men in these cards, anyone can really be a king. Just saying. This is really just about, I do think there's a conversation between you and someone else, or it could even be you and another two other masculine energies, which means people who are very what's the word for it? Very action, they take a lot of action here. They're very disciplined, in control, authoritative, assertive, and all that kind of stuff. With the Death card, I feel like this could even be a transformation for you. And Cancer, a lot of you are going to be stepping more into masculine energy so that you are able to really kind of lay the foundation so that the feminine energy in all of us can come out and then create an abundance on top of the plans that we are making. And I do see a conversation with you and some others into how this new beginning is going to work. This could be an interview, this could be anything here, but I do feel like this is a part of the process with the Death card. This is a transformation for you, and this conversation between you and an earth sign or a fire sign or a Scorpio is really going to, I think this is a very good dynamic. Whoever we are discussing with, I see this being a very, very good dynamic, because you and someone else, whether it's a partnership or what, are going to be able to, or this could be people giving you loans and stuff, whatever it is, this feels very safe. And it is something that you are going to be able to learn a lot from. And then we have the Hanged Man. Now, when the Hanged Man comes out, one thing I will say, this is more about observing than doing after we've made this decision. Okay, it's an uncomfortable position to be in when the Hanged Man comes up, because there's not a lot that we can know for now. There's not a lot that we can do, but this is a really great time to focus on your spirituality and to understand what that means to you, and to connect to something higher, to listen to your intuition, most definitely. But try not to entertain any chaos. Try not to entertain anything too much. I do see action taken, because you are walking away from something and starting something new, but this is more about observing than anything else. Okay, it's an uncomfortable period of time for you, but it is one that is going to bring about some amazing and incredible changes that needed to happen, so that you can become, maybe even these energies are you becoming a lot more financially aware, being a lot more disciplined in your finances, and saving, and becoming the King of Pentacles, who is very abundant through these plans that we're creating. And then with the King of Wands as well, it's about adapting to situations, having these creative ideas. This is a very good combination for those of you who want to start your own business, or who want to go down a new business endeavor, okay? And I do see things moving quite amazingly for you. All right, I love you guys. I'm going to stop shaking the camera, I'm sorry. I love you guys. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next week.